Hi you guys, and welcome to my Halloween video. I have been looking forward to this for quite a while. I have been so excited to be able to tear out all the Halloween stuff and have fun with it. We're going to be having a lot of fun today. I have 3 DIYs to do, which I hope that you enjoy. And I haven't gotten a lot of new Halloween stuff just because I have so much stuff, as you will see, and I don't even take all of it out. So you guys, I hope that you watch and join me as I do this, and I hope that you enjoy. So I've already done some decorations in here. Do not mind the balloons behind me. We had our daughter's birthday, and instead of taking down all these balloons, I just decided to keep them up and take them down a little bit at a time so she could actually play with them. But let me show you some of the decorations. So I went on ahead and I put this skull right in the middle of the island. I love how this looks. I think it looks so pretty. And over here, you can see this we got from Hobby Lobby. It actually has a salt and pepper shaker in the eyes. And this came from Target Dollar Spot last year or the year before that. It's for candy. It's not full by any means right now, but it will get later on. But I wanted to show you some of this because I loved how this looked. What I wanted to do with this breakfast nook area, I don't know what else to call it, is make it into a spooky village, which is where these trees were supposed to go. However, with a toddler and a bunch of cats, they were going to get destroyed, everything was, so I decided to use what I had to make it as spooky as possible. This pumpkin came from Target last year, and these boxes are so cool because they have vintage pictures on them. And you guys, I so want to show every single one of them because they are so cool. So this little guy came from Bath & Body Works. It was their new candle holder. And I loved him so much because I knew he could go with a spooky village and he was just absolutely perfect. And chef's kiss is he glows in the dark. Oh my gosh. I got this clock a couple years ago from Michaels and I absolutely thought it was stunning because it looks very old, very Victorian, and it works beautifully, and I found it in all my stuff and I could not wait to put it up here. I thought that would be beautiful for this scape. You'll notice I don't do a huge change to the fireplace mantle just because there's already stuff on it that can be spookified, I'll say. But I wanted to have a little bit of a spooky aesthetic for Halloween. I just didn't want to change everything because I think sometimes you just need the little touches to bring out something amazing.
It's funny because as I pan, it kind of brings that whole It clown to this, which is actually kind of funny.
Okay, you guys, I have been waiting for this portion for the longest time, like a year. I have been trying to turn these sconces that I got from a garage sale. I actually drove by there and I saw these, and my first thought was ghosts. I mean, how amazing are these for ghosts? Now, they're supposed to be like this. I'm not going to do that. I am trying to figure out exactly how I'm going to turn these into ghosts, because I've been trying to figure, I don't know what to do with this exactly quite yet. I think I'm going to like put like a bow on it for some of these and make them little tiny girl ghosts, but we'll see what happens. But aren't they so pretty and perfect for that? If I could just cut the top of it off, put a little bit of like clay or something on there, or like, I don't know, something, and smooth it off and like just have this as ghosts, that'd be perfect. Or I could just make them cause it. But I didn't know exactly how to do this, so we will see how exactly this is going to work. I have 4 of them, by the way. Now, the other thing that we're going to be working on is this. How awesome does this look for a headstone? So my husband got this off of his desk a couple of years ago, actually, and he was looking at it and he's just like, you know, you can DIY this into a tombstone, headstone, whatever, and make it all Halloween-y. How awesome is that? I really like it. I mean, the back you can't really do anything with, but as long as it's up here and it's away from the elements, because I don't trust that when it's raining, this should be amazing. And I have some stuff for it too, to make it all kind of spookify it or something like that. But I just need to put probably just put a rip or something like that, because I don't want to do anything too intricate, because it's just a lot of work. Maybe next year I'll sand it and then redo something with it. But right now, let's just turn it into a basic tombstone.
So the first thing I wanted to do was prime it using a primer that I've had around for a couple of years, I guess, because I wanted to make it a lot easier to paint these white or whatever color I had hanging around. I used 2 different colors of white. One was a basic straight up white, and the other one was more of a colonial ivory white that I had in stock, so I just used those.
You guys, I finally figured out what I wanted to do. So now that these are painted, they look great. I decided not to distress them. I kind of like them how they are. But what I wanted to do is I got an old hat that I've had. I painted it black.
I then sized it on the top to figure out exactly where I needed to cut it to make sure it fit. So it was actually in the middle. I was very impressed. I just used some basic scissors to cut all the way around it. I then hot glued it in the front to the sconce, or the head of the ghost now, as well as on the sides, so that way I could adhere the hat all the way around to make sure that it was attached to the back as well. Next, I did the bow, and I gotta say, this was a lot easier. I already had black ribbon, that's velvet, and all I did was just hot glue it to look like a bow. So I got some basic acrylic black paint and whatever tools I had available to make eyes as well as a mouth. And I used the round sponges to make the eyes. And when I was trying to make the mouth, it didn't work as well with this. So I went on ahead and just got a paintbrush to fill it out a lot better.
Guys, look how adorable these are. I'm super excited. I think that they turned out perfect, and I cannot wait to put them out.
So the first thing I did was literally just traced the word rip on here so I would have a template with where to paint so it wouldn't go all over the place. So you will notice as I'm doing this, you see some paint drops going down. That was absolutely intentional. I was trying to add a little bit more paint so it could actually drop down and be a little bit more spooky. I kind of love it. I think it looked really good. You know, you guys, I had to put one of the ghosts here. I thought that'd be so cute next to the headstone. It had to go there.
So you guys, we are going to have the graveyard right over here. It's going to be right up the driveway just because I don't want to put it in the back of the house so nobody sees it. So let's start building a graveyard.
So I brought my little helper out, which actually turned out to not be the best helper. She more wanted to play with everything, and I thought this was so funny because as soon as I give her this, she just leaves. So when I DIY'd these headstones, I made sure to put a PVC pipe in the middle of it. That way I could put a stick coming up from the ground to make sure that they stayed in place, because I used to use the stuff that it came with and they would fall constantly. So now I do it this way and the headstone stays right. And I cannot get this shot out of here because I thought that was the funniest thing, because if you'll notice, my daughter's pants fall down because they were so big on her. And I couldn't help keep this in. The next thing I wanted to do was make a mask for this new bust that I got. And all I did was use some velvet ribbon that I used for the ghosts and cut it up into a mask. After I cut out the mask, I ended up getting a little piece of the ribbon and cutting out an area where I could make a place to put her nose to make it more mask-like, and I just hot glued that part on. So I decided to show you the end of what the outside looks like, because you will notice that I make some changes to the front porch that I think just make it so much better, and it's so perfect for Halloween, and I'm just so excited about it. So I've said in a previous video that we need to change the screen out right here. However, honestly, for Halloween, it makes it look so much spookier with the screen being ripped that I think it looks absolutely fabulous.
You guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me as I decorate for Halloween. I would love to show you more, such as the cauldron that I have that I DIY'd a couple years ago, but unfortunately, if you look at the place, the furniture that's over here, behind me at the fireplace and everything, we don't have the room for that. But hopefully, next year, whenever we get our house, we will have the room for that, and it's going to be a huge updo. So thank you so much, and I hope to see you on the next video, which is going to be after Halloween, because Halloween is literally just right around the corner. So you guys, you have a good one, and if you like this or enjoyed hanging out with me and my daughter, and even a future video with my husband, go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye.